Hello, welcome to Tony's Board Life. We have a President's Day special. Today I have with me Thomas Van Hare from Historic Wings. How are you doing today, Thomas?
Good, thank you. Happy President's Day.
Yes, it's a day we celebrate our presidents, and there's a little bit of history in that because it used to be 2 days, and now we just gone to 1 day to celebrate all the good ones and forget all the bad ones. And that's your opinion, which ones were good and which ones were bad. So I think that there might be a few consensus if you go back far enough of what was good and bad, but yeah, there's definitely time. So yeah, we used to just celebrate Washingtons and Lincolns, and now we do it both on 1 day, and it's going good. I had a great weekend. I went up to Ann Arbor for a night with my wife, so we had a weekend just the two of us. We haven't had for God knows years. And Mike Berticelli's in the house. So hey, Mike, how's it going? And I've been trying to get with Thomas to do this for months now. Ever since I picked up all the stuff, and especially when the Blue Panther came out with their kit, which we will be using the printed assets from them because I am too lazy to put stickers or print them off or do anything like that. So we're gonna do that. What we're gonna play is actually we're gonna play. Oh, I got to get the right camera. MAG-23 Guadalcanal. So Thomas wanted to go through this, and this will be great because I was playing it and having fun with it, and we'll see how bad my dice roll is, and go from there. And with that, so real quick, Thomas, this was your second release. Was it your second or third release?
My second release.
Okay, because the first one was Tally Ho, correct?
First one was Tally Ho, then MAG-23, and then comes SOE Lysander, which is quite a good one for you, actually, because there's two in the box set. There's two add-on chits. One is the dice blessing. You can re-roll any roll.
Okay.
And the other is the burn dice, where you have to throw your dice across the room or burn them, and you get +2 to any roll. And those help you survive.
Yeah, I can throw dice with the best of them. So yes. Yeah, yes, Mike, I live 40 minutes away. My wife went up there. There's a hotel called Weber's that has great food, great restaurant. We had dinner. I ate way too much. I drank too much. It was all a good time. So yes. And I know, and if you guys have not watched Thomas's update video, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. I'm excited about several of the titles, actually all of them, but let's say I only have so much time to play it now. But you have quite a few good titles. You have stuff for Flying Tigers out there. You have the Octon Yabos. Is that out yet, or is just about?
Octon Yabo is, I think I'm less than a week away.
Okay.
And it just keeps.
No, I'm quoting you on this. If you're less than a week away, then I'm gonna quote you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You hear it first, guys. You hear first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just taking forever. But it's important to get it right.
Yeah. Oh, well, definitely. I'd rather take a little extra time on these games sometimes than try to. And that's kind of the nice thing about what you're doing with the kind of the self-publication or print on demand, I guess is the best way to describe it. Is you can get it right. You're not going to print 1,000 copies and then be out that. So it's really good. And then Blue Panther does a great job with their stuff. I have. On my table to play this week sometime is the Dien Bien Phu, the Lost Valley, the solitaire game, which is I played 3 rounds of it and I had lost 4 territories already, so which isn't a good thing. So, but let's go ahead. I want to get started because I want to get as many day missions in that we can. So you got some. You said you had something for us. So
yeah. Well, I mean, of course, we're on Guadalcanal.
Yep.
So. Here we go. It was August 20th, 1942, barely 9 months after Pearl Harbor. On board America's first pocket escort carrier, USS Long Island, the men of Marine Air Group 23, or MAG-23, manned their planes. The deck of the carrier was packed with America's newest Navy fighter, the F-4F Wildcat. And there were SPD Dauntlesses lined up behind. And side by side, they stood in rows and lines, the planes cramming the entire flight deck. At the bow, there was barely enough room to use as a runway for the first planes to take off. If anything went wrong, there would be no way to land. Most of the Marine pilots weren't carrier qualified anyway, though they knew how to take off. Their mission was a simple one: to take off from the USS Long Island, navigate to Guadalcanal, and land on a captured Japanese airfield. And from there, they were to defend the island from the nearly daily Japanese bombing raids that had attacked the Marines from the air for 3 weeks since their surprise amphibious landing had seized the island's new airstrip. The Marines defended a narrow perimeter. All of it was surrounded by jungle, and the Japanese were already landing their own forces elsewhere on the island and planning their upcoming attacks. The prize was the island's one and only runway, a hard-packed strip made of ground-up coral dust and dirt. While the runway's surface was barely suitable for Japan's fighter planes, the Americans faced a much more serious problem. The heavier Marine aircraft were much too heavy for the runway, and it would take months to improve the runway enough. But for now, the Marines would have to take their chances. They knew there would be runway accidents, and be warned, that's going to happen to you. In the afternoon, all 19 of the F-4F Wildcats of VMF 223 and 12 SPD Dauntless of VMSB 232 arrived over Guadalcanal. Across the island, a cheer went up as thousands of Marines looked up and saw not Japanese bombers bombing them, but American fighter planes landing. The Americans had codenamed the island Cactus, and it wasn't long before the Marine pilots nicknamed their unit the Cactus Air Force. And it's here that we begin with this game and we depart from history. Because arriving to command the squadron of Grumman F-4F Wildcats, VMF 223, is Major Tony Kinner, U.S. Marine Corps. He's seemingly an unassuming man, quiet by nature, but they often say, watch out for the quiet ones. Kinner was known by his men as a bold leader. Prior to his flight training, he had made a name for himself as the first person to climb all of the mountain peaks of Ohio. Leading VMSB 232 with its SPD Dauntlesses was Major Dean Ruff Taylor. English by birth, he was a hard-bitten Marine and a capable leader, well-loved by his men. His flying capabilities, they were second to some. But few could say that he wasn't the finest musician in the whole of the Marine Corps. Now, with the dawn of August 21st, the Marine Air Group was ready to fly. So we begin. You can check the weather.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch cameras here. And like I said, we're going to use these. So as you can see, we have a setup. I have tons of dice here because, as we know, this is a really, really, really dice chucker heavy friendly, or can be. So we're all good. By the way, the greens will be the Americans always. I have red and gray just in case they have more than 4 dice. So those will be for the Japanese. So looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full screen so everybody can see. Because I think this will be the better way to go. Oh, here we go. That way, Thomas, I can see your face when I roll horribly this way. So, and then everybody else can
put yourself up there too, so people can see your face.
I can't do 2 cameras. Can't do 2 cameras. So you just get to hear my ecstatic and watch my hands just rage as the dice go. So okay, so weather. So what we have here. So I copied these out. So we have our weather here. And let's go ahead. And I do have the turn phase, the daily operation phase. And then as we need it over here, we'll pull down we'll find out whether it's a sea, air, land. We'll figure out what's going to happen as we go through. So here we go. Weather for today is not good. Light rain. So first day is light rain. And by the way, I do have my logbook here. and I have the logbook. So I'll be filling that out to the side here. So August 21st, light rain. Not good to start off with there, Thomas. I told you. If I'm not
runway.
filming it, it's going to be fine. But when I start filming it, it makes very entertaining. Okay, so we've got that. So we need to determine.
Yep, I warned you about the runway. You're not actually quite there yet. There's still something else to do in the phase one. But just be cautious here on what you schedule to take off, because the fact of the matter is, a rainy day on a bad runway that is soft and muddy is not a good picture.
It's a -2 modifier.
Yeah, so take a look at your takeoff table, which is on your supplemental tables.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's on stage 2 on the bottom of your of the main.
Down here. Yep.
Yeah, you can see that if you roll a 7+, you have no crash on 2d6. Now the problem is you're a -2. Yep. So every airplane taking off in rain needs a 9+ to not crash on takeoff.
Okay.
So
we've got that.
As to how you address your first day. Will you fly or not?
Well, I don't think I'm going to schedule any patrol on that. So I don't think we're going to have any. We're not going to send anybody out that we don't need to, just to intercept with that because of that. So we won't do any combat air patrols on that one.
Okay. Camp Sawyer says we've got a little feedback on the audio.
You're fine now. It was your mic. You had got too close to the speaker or something, but you should be good now. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do any combat air patrol, so we don't have to worry about that. So, and what I'm doing, by the way, so everybody knows, if you have the book, get it out. We're following along, and you can see how badly I do. And I like the way Ruff puts this. This may not be how you play it, but it's how I play it. So,
actually, I think you can move on to your phase 2. Now that we have discussed the problems that you have ahead, which are quite significant.
Hey Thomas, do you have a mic on your? Is it on your collar or anything? Because it seems to be something's like I can hear it ruffling around.
Okay, let me see what I can do here.
You might want to move it either farther away. Do you have a separate mic, or are you using the?
No, I've got the mic just in my computer.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Yep. Okay, here we go. So mission type. Let's see, what do we have? 2. So that will be a C mission. Okay, so that generally means
actually it's not. No, it's not just simply a 2.
Okay.
Because there is a DRM here.
Because apply modifiers to mission type.
By the weather modifier.
Yep.
So it's actually a land mission, one or less.
Mission.
Now that's actually not a bad one. I'll give you your first one of. I'll give you 3 pieces of advice. This will be your first.
Got it.
If it's a land mission and the weather is bad, there's almost no downside to skipping it.
Okay.
You're not going to get bombed by incoming Japanese aircraft. So it might be that on your first day, you may want to not fly. On the other hand, you could launch a few airplanes on a land mission, see what happens. Maybe you can score a quick kill.
So I think I'll so for the land missions, and then you can tell me and I'll decide, is there so you have the dive bombers, are those really good for that, or would you recommend? Yep. Okay. So probably the best bet what to do would be to send up 2 F4Fs and then 2 of the dive bombers. What I'm thinking.
Possibly, but why don't you continue on with the sequence of play, because the next thing you're going to do is to determine what you're getting from your Marine Corps scouts and coast watching.
Okay, and by the way, Thomas gave me this recommendation. I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to roll 5 dice. I'm going to work top to bottom because there's 5 of them here. So I'm going to work top to bottom. And then if they're equal, left to right, as if you read. So
now the land missions are using the column on the right, the
Yep.
table on the right,
Yep.
which is green topped for land.
This
blue
column
for,
right here. So,
yep.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Hey, looks like that's some good recon there.
Dang.
Okay, so first one, a Northern Guadalcanal. This is FA Snowy Roads. So we're going to have a +1. Oh, let's see here. Let me grab a... Oh, this will do. Okay, so we've got a +1 so far. I got a bowl of dice, so if I ever need them, I can pull dice as I need them. So
Smart man. Smart man.
yeah. Okay, so +1 for North Guadalcanal. And then we go to the 6, which is South Guadalcanal, which is Lieutenant Commander. Is that right?
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Donald McFarland, Australian, and Kenneth H.D. Hay, which is also Australian. 6, that's +2. So we are on a +3. So we have some good chance of possibly being accurate on this.
Yeah, really.
Okay, next one, which will be the third one, is a 5. So that's Captain Marine Clemens. So that is also a +2. So we're up to a +5 already.
+5 is pretty darn good mods.
Yep. The last 2 is a 1 and a 2, and neither of those. That would be Father Emery de Klerk and the 1st Marine Division Scout. So those don't see anything, so we get no reports back. So
Yep.
hey, that works out pretty well. So +5 on the recon.
And you've got no radar yet set up on the island.
Yep. So we don't need to worry about the radar. And so now we determine the force.
Well, let's roll on that green table.
Yep. So we're rolling on this green table, which is phase 5 land missions. And we get a 5, which is undefended, 1 infantry and 1 supply.
Sounds pretty good.
This sounds like a juicy target. So we have 1 infantry. It's kind of hard to see those, and then where's my supply? Oh, here we go. And 1 supply, and they are undefended too. So,
well, I do think that despite the rain, maybe you should schedule.
Yes.
I don't know about the Wildcats though. The SPDs will do some pretty good damage with their bombing.
Yeah. Let me ask you: is there, with that being pretty accurate? And it looks like most of them are the only one that's not undefended is that number 1. So if it is accurate, it'll be good for sure. Oh, so I'm thinking maybe we just send up
to make. A lot of decisions in this game.
Yep. I think we'll send up just 2 of the SPDs, the Dauntless Bombers.
And remember, you're going to crash on takeoff. And anything but a 9 or better.
Yeah, so we better do 4 just to be safe.
You might get 1 or 2 up.
Yeah. So we'll do 4. So we're gonna send Rough up. He's gonna be 1. And then we're gonna send up Pence. So they'll be element 1. So let me grab
I can already see it. The Marine pilots looking at the muddy coral packed runway saying it doesn't look very hard packed anymore.
Yep. So we've got SPD Dauntless number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to send up my buddy Mitch Land. Him, and we're going to send up, who else we want to send with him? Let's see here. A lot of these are my buddies that I play games with, so it'll be interesting. So we'll send up Gade as well. So those 2 are going to go up. That's 2 elements there. I think that'll be good. Okay. So what we're going to be really looking at here, if I can get my fingers to work, is the 3-3 at the bottom here, because we're going to be bombing. So if we get a hit, it's worth 3 points. And since these guys are undefended, it's pretty much so if I can take off and I can roll decently, I can do that. So I do have to determine a flight leader, correct?
Yeah. I mean, well, if you've got your CO Rough,
yeah,
heading up. I mean, that's
So
pretty clearly your
you're the flight leader. Yep.
yeah, the flight
By
leader.
the way, I love the fact that you've got all these really cool markers here. So like the so that's a flight leader. You have one that's COXO. Um,
Okay, but you know, he's actually the CO. You should be using the CO counter
okay.
because he is the CO.
Yep. I'm pulling that one right now. There's the CO. Okay. So you only use the flight leader if there's not a CO or XO or the flight leader.
No, if you look on
Designation.
your pilot roster, you'll see that some of them are CO, XO, and then several flight leaders.
Yep.
And so check the names you've selected and use the CO, XO, or flight leader counters based on which they are.
Okay. So I have a CO and a flight leader as well. So
Good deal.
so we got it. We got. I was looking for to maximize my dies because that adds to that.
Those are pluses. Yes,
Yep.
pluses to your attack rolls.
Okay. So now we've assigned the pilots and aircraft. So we head off to the flight ops, which is takeoff.
Yep. And here's where it gets dicey,
Yes.
literally.
Yep. So the takeoff is down here at the bottom. Okay. So, and we do this individually, correct, for each one?
Individually, yes.
Okay.
You're going to lose some people here. I should mention that Phoenix Knight on his first mission had himself flying as a CO, and he crashed and died on takeoff.
That's okay.
It can be a rough game. This is a heartbreaking game, just as it was in history.
So Camp's got a question. If I lose a plane on takeoff, do they get repaired?
Depends on the damage level, and it's in the tables. If the plane is destroyed, then it's gone. If the plane is listed as damaged, it's available the next day. The Marine ground crews worked overnight to fix them and get them back in the air. And they were very good at that.
If you follow Thomas's, he does a playthrough video. He talks about how good they really were and how awesome. Okay, so Dean has got an 8 minus 2 would be a 6 because of the weather modifier. So a 6 is a crash, no damage, and if he gets a 1, he's injured. He gets a 1. He's lightly wounded. Okay, and
so he's out of combat now for a D6 number of days.
It'll probably be a 6. Oh no, only 3.
So now
that's 3 not including today, correct? So that's 3 additional days.
Yeah, 3 additional days. So you draw a vertical line, right? Crash LW on your pilot roster and draw a vertical line for 3 days.
Yep. So it'll focus.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
So he'll be able to fly on the 25th. Okay. So automatically. So we lose the CO, so because he's not there anymore. Hey, Jester's jumped in. How's it going?
Hey, it's Jester.
Okay, so now we have Pence. So this is our buddy Patrick Pence of Patrick Tactics and Tutorials. Let's see how he does. That's 5 minus 2 is a 3. Crash. Aircraft damaged. And something's going to happen to him. 5. So he also has a light wound. 4.
You got 2 crashes right out of the gate. He's out for 6 days.
6 days. Okay. Crash, light wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I told you, Thomas, it gets entertaining when we start recording my die rolls. Yeah. Yes, Camp. Yes. I need the dice gods on my side. Okay. So that element is no longer available at all. So now we've got 2 more to go here. I haven't lost anybody permanently. Let's put it that way.
No. This is the problem in the rain with a bad runway on Guadalcanal. This is rough.
Ba-dum-ching. Okay. So we have land. Oh, he's going to take off. No problem.
You got one. You got 1 in the air.
1 in the air, and he's a flight leader. So that's good.
You got 2 attack dice. Good.
Yep. So now I've got my friend Pete Gade, and he is crashed, destroyed. So the
So you
plane is
mark off the airplane as destroyed on the
okay.
aircraft inventory.
Let's see. I printed that off. Where did that go? Oh, it's one of these sheets here. Okay, or it was one of these sheets. Okay, I'll just make a note here and put it on in a minute.
Okay.
-1 SBD
Yep.
or dive bomber SDB. There we go. Okay.
SBD.
Yeah. So let's find out. Yeah. Oh, so, it is okay. I was right.
Yep. You were
Okay.
right.
-1. Okay. Okay. So now I got to see what happens to him. Oh, let's see. Here we
Let's
go.
hope you don't have your first.
3. The 3 on that is a severe wound.
Serious wound.
Serious wound. Yep.
Now, with a serious wound, he's out permanently. He'll be shipped back to the United States for medical care. First off to Espiritu Santo,
Okay.
and then back to the United States. So you mark him off on the pilot roster. Put SW, crash SW, and draw a line all the way to the bottom.
Yep. So just so people can see, right here, I put an SW here because the things are small, and then just drew a cross line. I got to get my ruler out so when I'm drawing the, hopefully I don't have to draw too many long lines like that.
Yeah.
So
You're holding
okay.
the page sideways, so in this case, you're drawing all the way to the left. Yes,
Yeah.
because the dates are running down the top.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Sideways, but it's fine.
Yep.
Either way,
Okay.
it's fine.
Yep. Got it. Okay. So we got one aircraft into the skies, and he's a lone aircraft. As we can see, I flipped it over. It's got a single aircraft here.
Hmm.
So, perfect. And he is a flight leader, so that will help me with that case. Okay.
2 attack dice. Hopefully. Now we'll see what the story is.
Okay.
Moving on to the next phase.
Yes, which
3
is the
planes out of
sighting
4
phase.
didn't make it off.
Yep. Oh,
In the
and they're
rain.
all injured too, so we won't be seeing them for a while. Okay. That -2, you were right. That -2 was horrible. Horrible. Okay.
When it's bad weather, you really have to question yourself.
Okay, so we have a +5 on the sighting, and I need a 12 plus. So I would need a 7 or greater. Yep, 7 or better. So I have about a little over 50, little less than a 50% chance.
A little bit more than a 50%.
Yeah. Okay,
Nicely done.
+5. So yes, so it is accurate. So it is the infantry and the supply. Now, when I read the rules, I only pick one target, correct?
You're bombing once. You can
Once.
pick either target to hit. I'd recommend that you pick the target that has the most victory points.
Okay, and
Now I'm looking on my tables to remember which one that is.
I think it's just 2 points. Yeah, the land targets are just 2.
Yep.
And then 2 points for each hit.
Is it a 3-3 or a 3-2 on the
3-3? Oh, it's a 3-point. Yeah, so it's 2 points for the target, and then 3 for each hit. Okay. So
now, all you need to do is score 1 hit, and you've got a 6-1-3-3. 6 is your attack dice in air combat.
Mhm.
Is the number on the attack dice you need to score a successful attack. A 1 is a successful defend. It's just like in Tally Ho. And the bombing is 3-3. You need a 3 or more on a 6-sided die to score a hit with the bomb, and you get 3 victory points for the hit, plus the number of victory points if you destroy the target for the type of target. So you have a flight leader. So you have 2 attack dice, which is very nice.
1 and then 1 for the element, just straight up, and then 1 for the being a flight leader.
Correct.
Okay. If it was the CO, it would have been 3, correct? Because 1 for the element and then 2 for the. Okay, got it. See, I did read the rules. The more you play, the more you play, obviously in all rules. Okay, here we go.
Let's see if you can roll 3s or better.
No. Oh. Yep. Okay. Those are gonna go over there, and we're not gonna use those dice anymore.
The double out special. Here we go.
Man, so I only get one. So it was a failed attack. Yes, I know. I know. Man.
I
Okay,
literally,
so
I have no words.
that's just so bombing. Once you do it once, you're done, correct? Because you
You're
typically
done.
release all your bombs, so you don't
You're
have.
done. You're done.
Okay, so now we do landing. Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, so I have to roll a 2d6 again, -2, to see what happens. Okay, I got
Here we
rid of
go.
those double lots, so maybe we'll see what happens. 6 -2 is 4. 4 is the damaged. And then I do have a possibility of just walking away with the survival. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
So I need a 4 to 6 to have no injury. Yes. Okay, here we go. 6. Okay, so no injury. So he crashed, damaged, but he walked away.
And the plane will be repaired for tomorrow.
Yep. So end of
Well,
mission assessment. Ah!
I would have to say that as an end of mission assessment goes, this is a pretty bad one. Your guy should have scored very well with his bombs. He did not. You've lost some victory points for losing one wildcat destroyed.
Yeah, that's the SBD. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a SPD. Sorry. So yeah, that's where you are. But the other main thing you need to do in an end of mission assessment is you're rolling to see if there's another mission for today.
You're right. So 1 to 2, an additional mission, restart from phase 1. So maybe the weather changes.
The weather also changes. Yeah, in the morning, afternoon, the weather changes. Sure.
Okay,
This is the Pacific.
so is it -1 for losing a plane?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at.
So now you're rolling it to see if you have another mission.
Okay, so 1 to 2 additional mission, 3 to 6 no more mission today, and a 6. So missions are done. So
you've now finished your first day.
yes,
I would have to say this was not a good start for Marine Air Group 23. A rough day you've just had.
yes, very very much so. And now where did I?
And we finished our first game playthrough. That's one full game the first day. Each day is a game, and it only took 34 minutes, including all of our talking.
Yeah, yep, exactly. And a little bit less because I think I took a little bit longer. We took So I'm assuming that when we do this the next day, which we'll get to that because we're not quite done yet because we have to do the post-flight stuff. So,
absolutely.
So let's get into that and see how badly I can roll.
Into the post-flight. Now it gets really interesting because you have disease and infections. Now in the first week, there's not a whole lot of that.
No, so the disease and infection on the first one. If I roll a 1, so this will be the number of pilots. Okay, great. Camp, what's the downside of skipping a mission or day?
Depends on whether you actually end up facing an air, sea, or land mission. If you're facing an air mission, you probably are going to get bombed or strafed, and there will be damage done, and you're probably going to end up with a loss of victory points on that day, which means you lose the day. On a sea or a land mission, there really isn't much of a downside to skipping it. And the good news is that the way the tables are weighted, when you have rain and such, it also applies to determining what type of mission you have. So the Japanese are less likely to fly in the rain as well. So you're more likely to get a land mission on a rainy day.
Okay, let's take a look at phase 12, disease and infection. 5, so no infections. So we're good to go there.
Could be that your guys are already catching some disease, but it takes a few days for the
Oh yeah, I'm assuming once you get to week 2 and the farther along, they're going to be doing that. So
the tables change based on what actually happened historically in the week by week campaign of MAG-23.
Yep. Okay, so now we've got Pistol Pete Artillery.
Yep. The Marines nicknamed the Japanese. They had several guns, artillery guns, and they would wheel them out of the jungle, fire off a few rounds, and then wheel them back into hiding. They nicknamed that Pistol Pete.
3, no firing, no hits. So we get a nice quiet evening for our first evening.
Yep.
And then we have Washing Machine Charlie. Now, what's interesting, and I know you kind of talked about this, but I was watching the Pacific, that miniseries that they had, and they actually reference this in there. They don't call it Washing Machine Charlie, but they reference it because when they're asking what was night like if there was an attack, they would talk, oh, there was some bomber that would go around just not doing much damage, just keeping us like. I was like, oh, I know what that is because of this book. So it's Washing Machine Charlie. Am I correct on that? That's what happened.
That's correct. They would come over. It was either a Betty bomber or a Suisen, and they would fly over and often for like 2 or 3 hours orbit the field, every now and then dropping one bomb.
Okay, so let's see if Washing Machine Charlie does anything to us. 5. Okay. That kind of fits with my rolls, just so you know. I can save a morale check as worth a darn, but I can't hit anything. Okay, so then we do Night Infiltration. So this 1d6 again, and basically nothing but a 1, please. Got a 5, so he's fine. Louis the Louse and Naval Bombardment.
Now, Louis the Louse was a plane that would be launched off of one of the Japanese ships, and they would fly overhead and drop flares over the field to guide the Navy fire. And the Japanese would run destroyers down the slot and shell the field almost, 3 out of 4 nights, something like that.
Okay, here we go. Let's get this. Let's see what happens with this. 6. No flares dropped, no naval bombardment.
Nicely done.
I told you this would be okay for me.
If you had only hit that supply dump with your bombs, you'd have a win for the day.
I know. Oh well. And so I don't have any pilots missing. So
Nope.
with that. Now
so you can skip phase 17 there, and you're at end of day. So you log it. And if you like, you write up a short paragraph or even a page that describes your time on your arrival in Guadalcanal and what happened on your first day. And you make it read like an actual diary of a Marine, the Marine commander or an intelligence officer, because then he won't get killed. And you can keep a running log. And basically at the end of the game, after you've played the 7.5 weeks, one playthrough each day is one game, then you have what could actually be an alternate history of Guadalcanal, almost like a novel of what happened on the island.
And that's one reason why I put this in the narrative, because it's very narrative. But unlike some of the other narrative games, there's a lot of choices you have to make in this game. Some of the other narrative games, and don't get me wrong, I like them. They're just as fun because you're like rolling to see what happens. In this case, you have to decide what you decide the settings and then see how things go. So yeah.
There's one other major difference between this kind of narrative game and the others, and that is that rather than playing one pilot or one submarine commander or one Sherman, tank commander, you're playing all of the Air Force, the Marine Air Group, all of the Navy pilots, Air Force pilots, and Marine pilots who arrived in the Cactus Airfield. So it's Air Force. So it's a huge, it's a very broad scale game. So you have many, many pilots, many, many individual stories will unfold as you play through this. Some will become aces. Some will be shot down and lost. Some will be injured and be sent home. Others will be shot down. You think they're lost, and then they reappear because the Coast Watchers will find them. And the story goes on, and it can be really quite exciting. And most of the time you get quite attached to your pilots, and then, yeah, you'll lose quite a few. Historically, VMSB 232, there was only one man who walked off the field after the end of 7.5 weeks. The rest of them were either dead or sent home with serious wounds.
Oh, wow. Well, I know that from what I remember, from what I've read and learned, that was definitely the dive bombers. It was pretty rough on those, like, because you got to get close. You're going slower, especially when you're going after some of the ships. They know how to go after those. So
Yeah.
there was one thing we have not done though: random event.
Random events. That's right. The final phase. Yep.
So 1 to 2 is a random event. 3 to 6 is no random event. 5 to 6, so no random event, which is probably okay with me. Or is that, yeah, no random event. Okay.
Random events are good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. So
the one which everybody always prays for is where they find fuel on the island.
Oh, which we talked about before we came on. So all right, we are on to day 2. So we are on to the 22nd of August. By the way, you did have a little history as well, so I wanted to read that because you put that in here. So,
go ahead. Yes.
On August 21st, MAG-23 launched its first combat missions for F4F Wildcats from VMF 223 on patrol north of Savo Island. Unexpectedly, they crossed paths with 6A6M2 Japanese Zeros. A head-on firing pass resolved in a turning fight. Virtually every Wildcat was shot up badly, and though they made it back, all 4 planes were written off due to landing accidents. Two due to landing accidents. Yep. The Japanese suffered no losses, though one was claimed. Later, the SBD Dauntless crashed on takeoff and was destroyed. So that's actually what happened on the August 21st day. So I do appreciate that. So now you can kind of compare, like, we had rain and a land attack, while in real life it was an air-to-air combat. And they sent, well, at least, hey, we got one thing was accurate. We lost one Dauntless each.
August 22nd, there's a write-up also that you can take a moment to read.
On August 22nd, the pilots decided to name their unit Cactus Air Force, borrowing it from Guadalcanal Planning Code Cactus. That afternoon, 5 P-400s Airacobras from the 67th Pursuit Squadron, commanded by Captain Dale D. Brennan, USAAF, arrived from New Caledonia. So that's correct. We have some P-400s now that are able to be
on your pilot roster.
Yep.
And you can bring those into your combat now.
Yep. So this is, I'll give it a second here to focus here. Come on, focus. There's 6 2s and 3 2s.
So P-400s are really good because they can strafe as well as bomb.
Okay. So they have that option.
Yeah, so you get multiple attacks with them.
Oh, that's right, because don't you get 2 per strafe? What's
2
that?
strafing and 1 bombing.
Yep. So that gives me a few more. So we're good to go.
You've only got a handful of the P-400s.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Yep.
That's what I was looking for. So we lost 1 bomber.
1 SBD. Yep.
1 SBD. And then we used 2, so we sent up 2 elements. We lost 4.
So you used 4 drums of fuel.
Okay. Yep.
You had no cap, so.
Okay. Fuel receipt. Which is that? Is that SAR expended?
Yeah, you can also launch a search and rescue mission if you've lost a pilot.
It's assigned expended. That's what I was looking for. Which category? Yes.
Mm-hmm. You've got cap and you've got assigned. Cap is 2 drums of fuel for every plane, and when you schedule them, assign the crews later based on what's coming in, then it's only 1.
Which
so
makes sense because they're not circling out there. So
right.
So the combat air patrol, basically, because they're out there for longer, use more fuel up because they're out there longer. When we know what we're coming at or going to, they fuel up what they need and probably a little bit extra. But
correct.
Again, not as much as people probably would like it to be. So,
Looks
okay,
like we've
so
got
let's go ahead.
Alistair with us, just joined.
Oh, hey, Alistair. It is afternoon, Alistair. It's nighttime for Thomas. So, so you're obviously 6 hours ahead, ahead of us. You're 6 hours ahead.
Yep.
It's,
6
yep,
hours ahead of Ohio and
yep,
9 hours ahead of California.
yep. So, okay. So we are on today too. So we used yes, I'm living in the past. Yeah, aren't we all? So I use the same charts for the first whole week. So you don't
Yep.
have so we'll go there. Okay, weather for today. Let's
Hope for a high number here.
6. So it's a clear. So I get a
Clear
plus
weather.
2. So
That's going to
weather,
matter a lot.
yep. So weather is a plus 2. Okay, just to remind me. Okay, now do I want to send some caps up? I think so. I'm going to send up 1 element for combat air patrol. We have a plus 2, so I'm going to send up 1 element for combat air patrol. And I think what I'll do is I'll send myself up. And then I will send up, I just looked up numbers. Oh, Pitney, which I named after my grandfather who was in the Navy in World War II in the Pacific. He was on a minesweeper. So, and what's interesting with that is on the minesweeper, the big gun that they have, he was cleaning it and lost this finger, his wedding ring finger. So he could only count to 9 on his fingers after World War II. So,
wow.
So, and actually, what was interesting was I found a picture of not only his boat, but the crew. I just found the boat, and then my uncle looked behind the picture, and there was a picture of the entire crew of the boat, like a whole crew boat. So you can pick my grandfather out; he looks a lot like me. So, but yes, so my grandfather was missing this finger, and so his wedding band had welded or put together with my grandmother's, and my grandmother wore it around her necklace, and then when she passed, my mom actually has it. So it's kind of one of those World War II emblems and stuff like that. So
it's amazing.
Okay, so there's a cactus thorn scenario, Guadalcanal, September. Oh, we will do that. I'll put that on my list of games to play. But Wing Leader, I had a fun time. Mike taught me it. It was a blast. So yes, this is a great way to do it. Okay, so I'm sending up 1 cap. So we're good to go. So let me pull up. So 1 set of Wildcats are going to go up. Oh, need to turn these.
You write it in on your pilot roster. You put little dots there. Write cap in the corner of the 2 pilots that are assigned.
Okay.
So that you remember who you got assigned.
All right. Got it. Yep. All right. Okay, so we assign that. So now we go to find out what mission we have. So this will be interesting.
+2 on this.
Yep.
Because of the good
+2
weather.
on this.
Very
so
likely.
An air mission.
It's going to be an air mission.
Yep. So this will be interesting.
The Japanese too are taking off with their airplanes because they like the weather.
Yep. Now we got to do the Coast Watch. So again, 5, except for this time we'll be using this blue one right here.
Yep.
So again, top to bottom, left to right. All right. Looks like we got some big numbers here. All right. So let's see here. So Bougainville, which would be this 1, because it's the top one, is nothing. So that's W.J. Jack Reed, which is Australian, and Paul E.A. Mason. So they're nothing. But New Georgia, which has Donald Kennedy and Sergeant Harry Wickham, +2. So we are already at a +2. So these are taken care of. Then we have Saint Isabel Island, which is Geoffrey Cooper. Again, Cooper, Australian, 5 to 6. That's a +2. So we're up to a +4 already.
This is really good numbers.
Yes. I just can't hit anything. I can prep and be real good. I just can't hit anything. Oh, and then we have the Norwegian, Leif Schroeder.
Leif Schroeder.
Schroeder. Yeah, there. I knew you were going to correct me. I knew it. Leif.
Yeah,
Leif.
Leif.
Schroeder.
Leif.
Yeah, Leif. So that's a 6. So that's a +1. So we're back up to a +5 again. Unfortunately, we were one off on the West Guadalcanal, so Father Emery did not see anything this time. He helped us last time, but did not this time. So, all right. So we have a +5 on that one and a +2. Hey, I can't complain. This is going out the right way.
This is sounding very, very good.
Yes. Okay. No radar.
No radar yet.
So now we find out what
week.
it is. And it's the air mission. So we're going to use this chart right here.
Yep. This is what the Coast Watchers are reporting to you.
Yep. So we get a +2 on this one, correct? Or is this a straight roll?
Nope. This is a straight roll. No, okay. It's not a straight roll. I'm sorry. Yes. I have my old book, the pre-playtest book, so I don't recall.
Remember to add any modifiers from Premier status track on all rolls in the Phase 5 mission tables. Is what I've got. I don't think we have anything. So yeah, it's just D6. 5. So we have,
you have nothing on your perimeter status. That's correct.
Yep. Okay. So we have 9 zeros. One's a double ace. I'm going to have to send some more up. More's going to go up.
Says, sounds so good. What could possibly go wrong?
And it'll probably be accurate as well.
So the Japanese, having learned from yesterday's encounter on the ground that there's some American airplanes that have arrived on Henderson Field, have sent 9 zeros with a double ace to take care of business.
Oh,
is it a double ace or a triple ace? What did you say?
Double ace. Yeah. We're too early, I'm assuming, to have any triple aces right now. So it looks like there's just a double ace and an ace. Oh man. Okay.
There were actually quintuple aces at this time, based out of Junichi Sasai would be one.
Okay, so there were just a few there because yeah. By the way, I'm going to put in here that
27 kills.
4 cap expended. So what I think I'm going to do is now, let's see here. I am going to go with Flight Leader Brown. So he'll be element 2 with
you're launching F4F Wildcats, right?
Yep. With Bailey, which he's nothing. And then I think I'll go one more. We'll send one more element up. And I might do another one.
9 versus 6.
And a double zero. Double ace.
A double ace, which is going to add another 2 attack dice for the double ace.
Okay. By the way, we got a CO for this one.
The thing is, 9 zeros is 3 shotai. So they get 3 attack dice. Double ace adds another 2 attack dice. So they have 5 attack dice.
Okay. Ooh.
So if all of your planes take off successfully, there you have, is that
that's 6.
6
I will have 6. Yeah, I haven't done the third one, so
sounds pretty good.
Okay.
But that's
I'll
only
do one more.
Get off the ground.
Yep, I'll do one more. 2. Yep, I'll do my XO, which I made a slight change, is Van Hare. You are my XO. And you will be going with
now you've got me personally involved. This is rough.
Yep. And Mr. Anthony is also going to go with you. So you're an XO, so I got to put the XO marker on this.
The XO gets the +2 attack dice as well, so that's
yes, 9 zeros. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Camp says I can go for it. So
I think we're going to be all right as long as you
roll all ones.
If you roll all ones, it's not bad. See, now the dice are confused.
So these ones that I put over here, we'll roll those for
Yeah,
the
the dice are confused because a high number on the
Oh.
attack dice means that you successfully score a hit. A
Well,
low number means you successfully defend.
so either way, if I roll really high, I don't want to roll in the middle. It's
Don't
basically
want to
what
roll
it is.
them. If you roll all threes, I'm gonna throw in the
Yeah.
towel over here.
Yeah. Okay. So I have, by the way, these are my Japanese dice right here. So that'll be 5 Japanese dice, correct? Because the double ace and then 3 show ties.
Let's see who gets who has a problem, because anybody that rolls a 4 or a less on their takeoff dice is crashing out.
Yep. Okay, so we've got 1 0 there and there, and then I put where's my double ace at? Not like I want to use it, but it's right here. Obviously, so we've got our double ace marker right here.
Flip over the number 2. Flip over the number 2 counter to the side that has 3 zeros.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So I do get a plus. I got to remember the +5 and the +2. I got to remember those. Okay, taking off. So obviously we have to do element 1's taking off first. That would be me. I get a +2 to my die. Oh, let's see. That's where we're at, right? Yes. Take off. I love how you put in here accidents. Like, I got a
well
10.
done.
Okay, so I'm up in the air.
Dinner is off.
Yep. And then my wingman hit me. 8
Also
plus 2 is
successfully
10.
off.
Yes. Okay, so we are successful on this way. Okay, so then we have Flight Leader Brown. 7 plus 2 is 9, so we're good. And then Bailey. 11, that's good.
This is really great.
Yep. Okay, it's yours, Thomas, now. Remember, I'm rolling them, you're not, so 8 plus 2 is 10. You're up in the air. And then, by the way, Anthony is Mike Anthony, by the way. Mike's Man King. He did not make it. He got a 5. So, crash, no damage. And if he gets a 4 or a 6, he will be okay. 4 to 6, he'll be okay. And he gets a 3, so that's a light wound.
Light wound.
Yep.
A D6 of days, he's out.
1 day.
1 day. Good.
So crash. Light
So
wound.
flip over my counter to the side that just has me alone.
There we go. All right.
Now you'll notice that 2 wildcats or 1 wildcat in an element does the same number of attack dice.
Yes. Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Now
So
that's
he'll do
historically
3.
accurate because the wingman would generally not be shooting as much.
Not be shooting. Yeah, because they're there to protect the lead guy. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So this will be 3 dice. That'll be 3 dice, and this will be 2 dice. If I calculated that out correctly. So yep.
3, 3, and 2. Yes.
Yep.
8 dice.
Yes, that'll be
You
nice.
need
Well,
8
let's
American
find out.
dice.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Nice.
Let's find out if we were accurate. So I need
Yep.
a 12. So I need a 7 or greater. 7 or greater, and we'll be accurate. And it's accurate. That's a 15. So we know this is all accurate right here. Okay. So now we've got an air battle. So following along with the sequence of play here. Okay. Now, this is the first time we have an air battle, and I get to choose who attacks who, correct?
Before, we should have done one thing. We should have declared whether this was a close intercept or a long range intercept.
Oh, yeah. Well, since I could kind of figure that out on my own, we're going to go with the random die roll since we were supposed to decide that a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
When does that get decided, by the way?
Normally, you would decide that when you're assigning your pilots.
Okay. So
I should have mentioned that at that time.
Yeah, we'll do it. So 1 to 3, long distance and long range.
I would actually say to you that the smart thing is when you forget, just make it a close range intercept.
Okay, that works. Yeah, close range. Okay. So now with a close range, So with a long range, the advantage is we get to attack first with them not attacking, correct? We get kind of
On the
like
bombers.
the
Uh,
bombers. Okay.
I'm sorry. In close range, you're attacking the bombers first,
Okay.
without them having an option. On long range, the bombers and the fighters are fighting back against you, but you have more tries at getting the bombers. Usually, you'll want to do, if you want to do a long range intercept, it's going to be against a bomber formation.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Oh
Exactly.
yeah, no worries about it. No worries. He's got so many games going on right now. It's not even funny. Okay, so now that I've decided, so do I choose who fights who, or do they always? So don't they always fight
They
together?
fight as groups.
Okay.
All the aircraft of like types fight as groups against each other. So you literally just put the Wildcats in front of the Zeros. Yep.
Okay.
You can do this without the game counters, but it
Yeah.
does help to have the game counters.
Yep. So I figured I've got 8 dice.
Mhm.
Phew.
And you've got your Japanese dice at the same time. Roll them at the same time.
Okay.
Roll everything at once.
Oh, go around. Hold on. We'll put him in there. My daughter's gonna put him in the hopper here. So she just walked down here. So
Here we go. This is a lot of dice. Woo!
okay. That's actually not bad. I don't. Okay, so
I
we've
see
got
some
1 hit,
sixes there.
2 hits, 3 hits, and these threes don't do anything.
The threes don't do anything.
The ones neglect the hits.
Yeah, there's a successful defense.
Okay,
The
and
Wildcat's a 6-2, isn't it?
5-3.
5-3. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. So that's really good.
Oh wait,
Uh,
5-3. That means these
that means that
actually.
those threes are good also.
Yep.
You've
And
got
they
we've
only
got
get they
five.
only got 1 hit.
So we
And
have defended successfully against all their hits.
yes, because they only hit me once. So this would take out that one. So these don't do anything because they took out. So I got 3 hits on these guys.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
So you
So
take away one of the counters. That's
yeah, you can take it. If you
you could flip over all 3 if you like. That's
okay,
also
I kind
true.
of like
Or
that.
just- Yep.
All right. I feel pretty good about that. She might have to roll for me again.
That was darn good.
Yeah.
She's got a good dice hand.
Yeah, I know. I don't like playing. I like playing with her, but I don't like playing with her because of the dice. Between her and my wife, I can't. I don't know. I love playing games, but man, I don't win them. I already know that.
Now you've got to assign the 3 kills to the elements.
Oh yes, I was confused on that. So you roll. So we've got 3 elements. So we randomize which element, correct? So
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. So 1. Oh, let's do this because they're named 1, 2, and 3. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. So it'd be 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6.
Okay.
So the first one is 1, so it'll be this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then is it 1 to 2? It's the wingman, and then 3 to 6 is the leader.
Yeah, you can do it that way. That's the correct values anyway. Yes.
Okay, it's
More likely that the leader gets the kill.
yes, yes. So I get a kill. So that's
Tony
awesome.
has gotten his first kill.
Okay.
You are going to be the toast
So
of the
that's
mess
1
tent
hit.
tonight.
Yep. So that's 1 hit. So now we do number 2, which is a 6. So that'll be the leader again. So that 2, that'll be Brown, flight leader Brown.
No. Hold on. Hold on. You've
Okay.
done that wrong.
Okay.
Because 1, 2 was element 1, 3, 4
Oh,
was
that's right.
element 2, 5, 6 is element 3.
Yeah. So that was a 6. So that would be yeah, that's because you're that's you. That's you, and it's only you because the other guy didn't make it. Yep.
I have scored a Japanese 0.
All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Next one. Let's find out. You're right. We got what? A 5. So it's you again. Okay. Overall, I have 1 kill and you have 2. And poor flight leader Brown just wasn't able to get it this time. All right, Thomas. Good job. Nice flight. Good going there.
Let's now we go on to the second. Now we're over Henderson Field.
Okay.
We're on the third task box of the close range intercept because the first
Okay.
task box only had bombers. There's no bombers, so we skip it. Second
Okay.
one has bombers and fighters. The third one has bombers and fighters. So,
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So we did close range, right?
yep.
Now,
So
yep.
now we're on the third task box. Yes.
Yep. Third
So
task box.
everybody fights again.
Okay. So this will change though, won't it? Will it change? Because they've lost.
No, not the way you did it. You should have actually just taken away the you should take away one and leave the other two as threes.
Okay.
Because now they're down an attack die.
Hey, this is a learning game all at the same time. So we're teaching strategy here. So this 0 goes back into his 0. Okay. So they'll only get 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 dice now.
4 dice. Okay. And I still get 8.
Yep. Now can you call her back to the dice table here?
No, she's going to eat some cake or something. She's like, can I have all the dessert? I'm like, yes, you can have all the dessert. But let's see what happens. I may call her back down depending on how this goes. Oops, I lost one. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I got some good numbers there.
Woo. Is that what I think I see?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hit. 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 Saves. Okay. Hit and hit.
Unbelievable.
So these two cancel out this one.
We are having our way with these zeros.
Yes. And then we have 6 hits, which is all of them.
Every last zero just got swept from the sky.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
I can't hit anything on the ground, but I can take zeros out.
So now we've got
right.
six zeros to assign the kills.
Yep.
And the sixth one, the last one down, is always the ace.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, here we go. First one. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then it will be Flight Leader Brown got it.
Well, there you go. You were just talking about him. He was robbed before, but no.
Nope, he was just holding it. Well, let's see what he does now. So 2, so that's Leader 1. And that would be just barely me, but that's me. Oh no, yeah, that's me.
No, that was good. That was right in the middle there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you've got 2 kills. I've got 2 kills. We're in a competition here, you and I.
4. So it's gonna be Flight Leader Brown's like, don't count me out. Oh, but it isn't.
It's his wingman.
It's his wingman, which is Bailey. All right. And then this one. 4, it's Brown again. Well, that little group. Oh, Bailey gets it again.
Are you writing these on the pilot roster?
Yes. Yep. As I go through, I'm writing them down. Yep. Oh, it's 2 again. Brown's like, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, this could be a tiebreaker between 4 of us. Because 4 of us have 2
kills each.
2 kills each. Yep.
Is it Brown?
Is it Brown or is it Bailey? It is Brown. So Brown gets 3. So.
Well, this is a historic day for the Marine Corps. And back on Buin, where it was either Buin or Buka, was the 2 islands the Japanese took off from. They had zeros on each of the 2 bases. They would have launched 9 zeros, including a double ace, and waited for them to come back.
Oh, that last one was a double ace. Does that give extra points?
No.
Okay.
But he's really extraordinary. And nobody would have come back, and they would have looked at each other and said, what just happened on Guadalcanal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it's not like they have radar or anything to see them go down or anything like that.
Nope. And the Japanese pilots, to lighten their zeros for better maneuverability, removed their radios.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man. Yep.
So
I
they
believe it. I
literally
believe it.
took
Okay.
off. It was 3 hours of flight time from either Buen or Buka to Guadalcanal, and then 3 hours back. So 6 hours later, they'd be waiting for the zeros to return, and nobody comes back.
All
It's a
right.
rough
Yep.
experience.
Yeah, definitely. If you send out nine zeros and zero come back, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be a morale killer too. Like seriously.
Meanwhile, the Marines are celebrating.
Yep.
They're landing a bunch of high fives going around.
Yeah, well, not quite yet. They still have to land. So let's we're not there yet. We're celebrating in our cockpits, but we're not there yet. So matter of fact, guess what? We are now into landing. All right. And it's 5 downs for an ace, correct? To be an ace. You need 5.
You need 5 shot down to be an ace. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. First one, 7 plus 2 is 9. That's me, so I land safely.
Yep. Nice job.
And so Pitney, 11, land safely, so we're good to go there. And then this would be Brown, land safely.
This is going really well.
7 plus 2, so Bailey's good. Okay, you ready? 7 plus 2 is 9. You're good.
And we all landed safely.
Yep, all safely back to where you guys are. So 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to move these back over to the side here. All right. That was end of mission assessment. 9 shot down.
9 shot down, no losses. Pretty incredible. What a day to write up in your logbook.
9 shot down, no losses. They're going to make it feel easy. People are going to go up thinking that anytime they go up, they're going to be able to knock out some. That was pretty wicked. I will tell you, that was.
That was right up there with the best I've seen, actually.
Yep. Okay, so that's end of a mission. So is it 1 point for each one down?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be 9 VPs.
Now, here's the thing. We may have another mission today.
That's true.
Back on Buka, the commander says, should we send up some more to see what it is?
No. Let's relax and enjoy. We put a hurt on them today. We will go back at them tomorrow, young men.
Yes.
Enjoy your evening. And
I'll have
then
to reassess.
Anthony is like bummed because he watched all these guys come back and he crashed on, takeoff. So.
He missed the big show.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Disease and infections. So we've got to finish off the flights here. So here we go. 4, no disease and infection. Pistol Pete.
The artilleryman.
No
None.
Pistol Pete. Washing machine Charlie. Is that a 2? That is a 2. So bombing Henderson, but no hits. So
okay.
Dropped bombs, didn't do any damage.
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Night infiltration. 2, none. Good. I'm assuming that as the weeks go on, I haven't peeked because I'm not gonna peek because I like to. First time I play a game, I like to, I don't look at cards ahead of time. Yeah, I like to see what happens, but I'm assuming it's going to get worse and worse the more the weeks go.
It gets worse based on the Japanese in history. They had certain weeks when they were really attacking and other weeks when they did not.
Oh yeah,
that is reflected in the tables.
Awesome. Okay, Louis the Louse. Here we go. 3. Good flares on Henderson. 1D3 hits. 2DD. What's the 2DD?
2 destroyers.
Okay. But
so we've got a D3 of hits.
Okay. So it's a 1 to 2 is 1, 3 to 4 is 2, and 5 to 6. So 2 hits.
2 hits. Go on your supplemental tables, and let's see what the hits do.
Okay. 2 hits. Boom. Okay. Supplement. I got them right here. Supplement and tables. Okay. Where's the no? That's
On the
right one.
supplemental tables in the top there.
Oh, supporting tables, isn't it? Supporting tables.
Yeah, supporting
Yeah.
tables, not
Okay.
supplemental. Sorry, I
Yeah.
misspoke.
So hitting
Top
resolution.
left by the American flag. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So here we go. 1d6 so this hits resolution. So I've got 2 hits. So first one is a 5, insignificant damage,
Love it.
and then 6, insignificant damage. All right.
Love it.
This is a good day. This
Is
a
a
good day.
really good day.
Okay. And then so that's that. So end of day. Nope. But we do have
Night infiltration. You've got your night infiltration to
no.
do.
We already did that one.
Ah,
Yep.
no.
That came
Nope.
before the Louse. We just did the Louis the Louse. So
Night infiltration is last, isn't it?
no.
Oh, no.
Nope.
End of day. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You did it. Mhm.
Yep. Random
End
events.
of day.
Now, though. Random event. Here we go.
Here we go.
4. No random event. Okay.
Okay.
End of day. So we won the day.
We definitely won the day.
We made up for the loss. For sure, for the loss from previously. Yep. Okay. So it's at the end of the week you adjust the threshold.
Now you're going to need to log in your end of day assessment. You're going to, at the end of the week, you'll adjust
Yep,
the threshold. Begins there in the middle. You're going to need to log your fuel burn.
Oh, yep. I already did the
cap.
I already did the cap, so I wouldn't forget that.
4
and then
drums
I sent
for
up
the cap.
4 more flights. So
4 more.
4 more here.
4 more planes, for 4 more. So we
So
burned 8 drums of fuel today.
Yep. So we were at 196. We'll start tomorrow with 188. Well,
188.
and you get the fuel at the end, so you get received. That's done at the end, so that'll affect the next day.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So the plus 20 comes at the end. Okay. Perfect. I don't know. Is that a lot of fuel? Not a lot of fuel?
We're doing okay on fuel so far.
Okay.
You're right about watching your fuel because you only start with 200 drums, and as you fly more and more, you're going to be running out of fuel.
Well, all right.
And then you could very well end up with an air raid coming in, and you don't have enough fuel to put airplanes up to stop it.
All right. And okay, cool. Good to go. So now we are back. We are now on to the 23rd.
If you want to do another day, we have time, I guess, if you're going to do a 2-hour
we'll do another day. We'll see if we can get one more day, see how it goes in. We might get 1 or 2 more days, so let's see how it goes. So I'd like to do some naval bombardments if possible, attack some naval ships.
That's a trick. There's some tricks with the Navy. That's absolutely true.
So and also, by the way, these are nice. I will tell you, these are really nice counters too for the ship.
Well, thank you.
I like the size, although they don't fit in my tray, but that's okay. But
3-inch counters, it's a rare thing to see that in games.
So these are transports, and then we have some destroyers. As I'm throwing them all over the place, we got some destroyers. We have 2 cruisers.
Yep.
And finally, a battleship.
That's a big one.
Yes. Yeah, and depending on the ship they have multiple. They require multiple hits.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Transport is 5+, a destroyer is 4+, a cruiser is 6+, and God help us if we run into a battleship. All right, here we go. So, weather. Let's find out how our weather's doing today. 4, cloudy weather, so it's only a +1 modifier.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Nope, it's not. Yep. I mean, that makes it a little bit better.
6+ to take off. that first week with the bad
I
runway.
think I will send up just one element of patrols. One
Okay,
element
of
combat.
combat air patrol.
Yep, and that'll be Flight Leader Taylor, who keeps getting in a fight with the CO Taylor because one's British, one's English, and the other one's American, and so there's a little competition between the two.
So you're sending up 2 SPDs as a
No. Just this is Flight Leader Taylor from. I'm confusing, but this would just be a Wildcat.
okay.
Just sending up a Wildcat. Anyways, the other Taylor's out for another 2 days, so.
Yeah, I was about to say I thought he got a light injury.
Nope. So this will be on. Oh man, that was supposed to be on the 22nd. So I need to put these here. That went on.
Now on your pilot roster, one of the things that I do is to record the number of kills. I put little dots above the name in the column.
Okay.
And I do them in like groups of 5 coming down the left side of the name for the air kills and down the right side of the name for the ground kills, because you can become a ground ace as well. The more
so there's 2 aces. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're separate. So if you get 5 ground attack kills, then you're a ground ace and you get an extra attack die.
I like that. Okay, so one will be Taylor and Baker will be the patrol. One is a flight leader, and I left it out here so I could just put it right there. Okay, so
you get pretty
hopefully we don't need that double ace anytime too. We'll just put that to the side. Okay, now let's see what type of mission we have. 1d6, and I do a +2 on that one.
+1.
Or +1.
Weather is +1.
So it is an air mission. So we've got this over here. So okay, so we'll put this. So it is an air mission. So I don't need to change my map.
Let's see what we've got.
Coast Watchers.
Yep.
This has been going pretty well. These Coast Watchers have been very, very observant. And
very
of course,
good
we're
to
going
us.
with this one right here.
Yep.
Oh,
two of them.
Good, but so Bougainville will be a +1. And 3, that's nothing. Santa Isabel, 1, that's nothing. Savo Island is a +1, so that's a +2.
Isn't that Leif Schroeder again?
Yes. Yep.
Our Norwegian.
Yep.
Hiding in the mountains of Savo. The Japanese are occupying the villages down below, so that's
and he's sweating his what's off.
Really, they did. Historically, it was a dicey thing they did.
Yeah. There's just think of the what musical is that? Same idea. I can't remember what musical it was. It was South Pacific. Had that same idea. Yep. So I'm very cultured if you haven't noticed. Okay. No radar yet. And now we're going to determine the Japanese force. So we're going to go here. So it's a D6. 3, we have 9 vowels and wow. And 9 zeros. I may not.
Like the commander, after losing 9 zeros, said, "Okay, that's it. We're bombing the runway. Taking this out."
Yep. Okay, so we're going to assign aircraft. So again, I'm thinking probably just the Wildcats. I have some that haven't come up yet, so
I would definitely, with this many airplanes, I think we've got to put up a lot of Wildcats.
Yep.
The weather's pretty good, but it's only a +1, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's only a +1.
So a 6+ to get off the ground safely, a 5 or lower, and we're getting crashes. So we're going to lose some airplanes here.
Yeah. Hopefully, we just don't lose people.
Right.
So I think what I'll do, the thing that I think I'm doing good here is I'm not sending up too many combat patrols, so I'm not losing too much on that.
Well, there's a question. Do we want to do a long range intercept or close range?
So it's a bomber. So I'm thinking the long range for the bomber attack. Since there's
now that means that every airplane is going to burn 2 drums of fuel.
But I think with 18 aircrafts, I think it's worth it though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Japanese aren't like the Germans were in the Battle of Britain, where if you take down a swarm of the Germans, then the rest of them historically turned around. The Japanese didn't do that. They just drove on. It's really hard to get them to jettison their bombs. The samurai spirit is quite real.
Now, knowing I've got fuel coming in, I'm going to do a little bit more than I probably normally would. I'm going to send up 4 more elements. So
okay, you got one of them flipped over to the one airplane
yep.
side there.
There we go. That was you previously, so
Yep.
I didn't change it. Okay. So what I'll probably do, oh man. So
Use your pilots. Do you have enough pilots for this?
yes, I do.
We had 19 to
do.
begin with, and we should be down 3 or 4 from the light wounds and 1 serious wound.
Well, those were the SDBs.
Oh, those were SPDs, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we're in good shape.
Yeah, we're only down
Wildcats haven't lost anybody.
Yeah, we've got 1 light wound that'll be back tomorrow.
Right.
On the 24th. So you know what? We're gonna
send
Meandering
Mike. He's out with a light wound.
Yep.
He watched us all come back and celebrate all the kills. He must be just kicking.
Yeah, he's kicking himself now for sure. Well, we're gonna send out the CO and the XO as well. Might as well. So we'll see how that goes. So the CO is going to be 2, and let's see. He's going to go out with Alan, who has not gone out yet. You're going to be in the 3rd one again, and we're going to send you out with Ellis. I'm trying to send out people I haven't had yet. So
good.
So, yeah, we'll send Brown out. So we'll send all our leadership. It may be good. It may. We'll see how this works out. And then he's going to take Johnston out. So that's another. I need another flight leader. Here we go. Flight leader. Okay. So and then let's see here. Who hasn't gone out? We're going to go with Keating, which is not a flight leader, and Ratcliffe, which is not a flight leader either. So they're just going to go out as an element together. All right.
If all of them get off the ground, which is doubtful, we've got 11 attack dice here.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Matter of fact, guess what's next? Take off. Here we go. So as we go through here, I need this up here so I can go through.
You know what my fear is we've only got a +2 on the accuracy of the Coast Watcher reports.
Yeah.
So what happens if we get up there with all these airplanes and there's basically, like nobody in the air?
Well, the worst it would be 6 zeros.
It's gonna be like the Marianas turkey shoot.
Yeah,
if that's 6 zeros.
I mean, even the 9, yeah. Well, we're going by what we know. We have limited intelligence. We have to go by what we know. So
yep.
So okay, so this will be Taylor. Does not make it. So Taylor.
That's a 4.
That is a 4. And a 4 is a crash, aircraft damage. He still could be okay. 5, yeah. So no injury. So nice. Just doesn't make it. Okay, so the other one, who did I send? Baker. I sent him out with Baker.
Wasn't Taylor the lead there?
Yep.
Yep.
I was about ready to catch that. So 4, this will be a 5. So this one doesn't make it.
And he's got to roll also for injuries.
On a 5, a 3, 1 light wound. 4 days.
Oh, 4 days. So far we're down 1 element.
Yeah. Crash, light wound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then Taylor was just a crash and just a crash. He became okay. Okay. We might not have that much up there.
This isn't going well. Where's your daughter when we need her?
Yeah, well, I switched out dice here, so let's go with this one. Okay, 6 + 1 is 7. I'm okay. Just barely.
You're off the ground?
Yes, I am off the ground. And Alan, my wingman, is 7 + 1 is 8. So we're good to go. So they're good. It's you now.
Mm-hmm.
7+1. Hey, you're in the air.
Good.
And then your wingman is Ellis. Ooh. 3. Damaged. Woo. And 1. Ah, he's dead. Ellis died. Oh, that's me. Hold on. That's me. That's okay. I'm okay. But Ellis died.
So I'm alone in the sky again.
Again.
You know, if it keeps going like this, nobody's going to want to fly with me.
I was thinking the same thing. You're going to have that reputation. Okay. So now we do element 4. This is Brown, who has the lead with 3 kills.
Nice.
He's okay. And Johnston, who is first flight out.
He's
8. Yep, he's fine. So we're good to go there. So that's good.
The runway, at the beginning here, the runway is just it's hard packed coral, and it was designed for lighter Japanese airplanes. So the heavy Wildcat, heavy Dauntlesses with their narrower wheels, they would dig ruts in the runway, and there's a lot of runway crashes. So the takeoffs and the landings were absolutely brutal. That's per history. In fact, the Marines.
They probably would have rather tried to land on a carrier than on this stuff.
Yeah, the Marine Air Group lost more airplanes in takeoff and landing accidents than they did to the Japanese during this period. Ooh.
Okay, so Keating is good, but his wingman Ratcliffe is not. So that's a 4 actually. So he's okay. No. So he's a crash, but no wounds or anything like that. So
is the plane completely crashed out, or was it just damaged?
Just damaged. Yeah.
Good.
Just
We
damaged.
can have
The
it
only
back
one
in
is
service form.
Even what's his name that was KIA'd, actually the plane was fine. It was just damaged.
Plane's damaged and probably flipped up, and
Yeah.
it was yeah.
So we're
Can
good
be
to
really
go
bad.
there. Okay. All right. So we took off. So now we need to see if we were accurate.
We meet the formation and find out if it's really.
Okay. So in this case, since I have 2 here, so you're by himself and Keating, that actually becomes 1 element, correct?
Correct.
With you being the leader of the element.
If I'm the leading officer, yes.
Yeah, which you are. You're the XO.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Keating a flight leader or something?
No, Keating was that was Keating and Ratcliffe, and neither of them were.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I sent 5 elements up and 3 made it.
So we have 8 attack dice.
Yep. Which is we'll see. We got to see if this was accurate first. So
there's some decision making coming up.
7 not accurate. Because that's only a 9.
Yep. So let's re-roll to see what we actually meet in the air. Coast Watcher reports were inaccurate.
9 zeros with a double ace.
So
same situation as last time.
This is interesting. Yesterday we took down 9. I think we're going into this with a high degree of confidence.
2 and 3.
And where's that double ace marker?
Unfortunately, I have to bring it back. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So now it's an air combat operation, and we were doing long range intercept.
We were doing long range. So we have many cuts on these guys.
Yes, so we have a good chance. Okay. So he will have 5 dice again. We have 8 again. Is all the green dice I have here.
Yep.
This is where having a dice tower does help. Whoa, overboard. I got to toss them back in.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see what we got. So let's start this way. That's a save.
Hold on one second. The cap does not participate in the first task box.
My cap was dead.
The cap was dead. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
they crashed. No,
Those are the guys that crashed. So much
guys
for the
that
cap.
crashed. Okay,
Okay.
so for the long range, the cap does not participate.
Yeah, you look on the task box, it only
Yep, I
has
see it.
the.
Yep. So there's one aircraft here, while all the rest of them have one, and then the other says cap. So
Yep,
so,
exactly.
so hey, Eric. Okay, that makes sense. But fortunately for me, my cap crashed on takeoff. My thing is like, should we really lose 2 drums of fuel? I mean, per
Yep.
plane on that one. So, oh well. Okay. Oh yeah. So that's a save. Those are hits. Well, everything is getting used. In our case, what was that? That was one. Okay. So
We got a lot of hits there.
we have 3 hits but 5 saves, which may work out for us because the zeros are 4 zeros. So the zeros can't do anything, and the zeros ended up with 4 hits. And we had 5 saves.
So we've taken a bunch of hits on our airplanes, but we're not shot down. A lot
Nope.
of damaged Wildcats.
Yep. But nothing that caused a problem. But we do have 3 hits here.
Tough birds. So let's assign the kills.
Let's get rid of this show tie.
Yep.
Okay, this one. Here we go. We've got the competition going.
Odds. We're burning through a lot of fuel though, but I'm liking the way this is playing out.
3. So this will be your element. And it is you.
So I've got my 3rd kill.
Yes, you've got your 3rd kill. Okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Eltone Kinner.
Okay. I'm up here. Here we go. And I get it too. So
competition. With 3 kills each.
Yep. And then the final shot down.
Hey, Eric. Eric just came in.
Yep. 3. That'll be your element. And you. So you're
I'm at 4 kills. I'm 1 shy of an ace here.
Yes. Oh man. All right. Okay. So we are back at it. So that's the first one. So next one. By the
Move
way,
over Chuck Yeager.
Okay, so they're only going to get 4 dice instead of 5.
Yep.
We still get 8 because we haven't lost anybody yet.
I'm really liking these odds.
Yep, me too. Oh, looking good. Okay. 2 saves right here. And a save and a save. Wow, these Wildcats are pretty good at saving hits.
They are tough. They are really tough.
1 hit, 2 hit. Basically, we don't want 4s. Is basically for the Wildcats. Hey, Meandering
Mike.
He's injured. You're injured, by the way, just so you know. And so this works out. So they got 2 hits. So these are 2 hits. These were 2 hits. And these 3s, they don't get any savings, so that doesn't help. Out. Yeah, you're only out 1 day. You're good to go next round. It
was a crash on takeoff.
Yeah, you crashed on takeoff. Okay, so these 2 hits are canceled out.
Yep.
These 2 don't do anything, and we have 4 hits. So that's 3 and then 4. That's another show tag on.
This is, man, I bet they're wishing they could break off.
I was going to ask you, so the zeros fight until whenever, right? Well,
they fight until the end.
They fight till the end. Unlike the
Japanese
bombers,
spirit.
they'll actually.
Yep, the Japanese bombers will potentially jettison their bombs if they take so many.
Was he carrying too many games? Yeah. Well, we'll call it your heaviness kept you from the amount of games you had in your cockpit kept you from taking off. Okay.
But that's also what saved his life when he hit the soft cardboard.
Yeah.
Instead of the instrument panel.
Oh no, it's you again. It's your element.
Am I about to become an ace?
Yes, you are now an ace. You are officially an ace.
It's the
Okay.
third day on Guadalcanal. I tell you what, I am writing my girl.
Okay, but this
letter
one's
tonight.
this one's my element. This one's my element. And it's me. So
You and I are having such a competition on kills. This is unbelievable. This
here
shouldn't
we
be
go.
happening but we're putting up so many airplanes. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I'm gonna have to set back. Oh, this is our 4. So this will be Brown and Johnston. With Brown being the flight leader. But he doesn't get it. It's Johnston. His first flight out, he gets a kill, which can kind of say that about most of us last one. So 6, that's also Brown, and it will be Brown gets it. So Brown has 4 now too overall. So we might have 3 aces. Well, actually we have 2 because you and me, and Brown has a chance maybe to go after.
You've gotten your 5th as well.
Yes, I got my 5th as well. Yep. Oh no, no, not yet. No, I'm 1 away. You're the first
on
ace.
Guadalcanal, there was a competition like this between
Oh,
Mary
I
and
believe
Carl.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Smith. They both were doing really well. You know, what's interesting in history is that Hollywood did a whole movie about Guadalcanal with John Wayne and the whole bit. And but what they did is they focused on Joe Foss and MAG-14, which came after MAG-23. The
Okay.
first 7.5 weeks were the brutal, most horrific time on the island. And then after they left and MAG-14 came, it was still very tough, but the runway was much better. The Japanese had much more difficulty, and there became quite a few aces as a result. American aces.
I'm also assuming by that point, a lot of the quality of the Japanese pilots had dropped as well because of the losses that they had taken. They were probably getting more recruits in.
Yeah, it wasn't quite at that point yet in the war, but Guadalcanal really did sap a lot of the Japanese strength by the end, but it took almost a year to do that.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me. Everything I've read about the Japanese, specifically in World War II, yeah. You admire and kind of shake your head from time to time at that. So
yeah.
Okay, we still have 8 dice. No losses yet. They get 2 dice, or is it 3? One for
3.
the element, and then 2 for the double ace.
Correct. Okay. So, I mean, by the way we're going, by the end of this, Hollywood's going to be doing the movie about us. I'll tell you.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Nothing for the Japanese. 1 hit, 2 hits, 1 save, 1 save. That's the 4 that we don't want.
Yeah.
3 more saves, and then they have 1 hit, so that's going to go away. So we ended up with 2 hits, which will take care of the show tie. The 2 hits will take care of it. So we got rid of another 9.
You can imagine what this must have been like on the Japanese side.
Oh,
they send up 9 fighters, none come back. The commander says, send up another 9. None come back.
Maybe it's the number, because I know they're very big on numbers. Maybe 9 is not the best number. I don't know. Okay. So this will be for the first hit. 5. So it is the technically the 4th element, but the 3rd element, really. And it is the leader. So Brown is an ace now.
We got 2 aces.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one?
6. It's Brown's element again. He must have been right up front. 1. So it's actually his wingman.
Johnston.
Yep, Johnston. Yep. So Johnston has 2. So let me total these up. So I have 4 kills. You have 5. So you are an ace. Brown has 5. And Baker, nope. Johnston has 2. All right. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. That's insane. Especially
Let's see.
after that first day. After that first day, I was like, what is going on? Can't even hit a landing target. Nope. Oh my goodness.
Now we're heading back to land here.
Yes. Now comes the difficult part of landing.
Bunch of shot up Wildcats coming in for landing on a bad runway.
+1. We do get the +1. So here we go. +1.
Tony.
Yep. So it's me. 11.
Nice.
Okay. So we're good there. And then it is Alan, my wingman. 5 + 1 is a 6. Crash, no damage, and safe. So he just had a rough landing that did some damage.
Spun off the runway.
Yeah. So yeah, just a little bit to make your heart rate jump. So yes, she touched him and made my dice really well. Yes. I'm not going to deny. Not going to deny that at all. Okay, so then
now it's my turn to land.
Yeah, so then it's you. 9, so you're good. Oh, your wingman. So Ellis died.
Yep. But I knew man.
Yeah, so that was Keating. No.
Yep.
Yes,
Keating.
that was Keating. He was Keating. Yep, it was Keating. He's fine.
Nice.
He supported you the whole time to get your ace. So he's looking for a drink at the bar, at the officers club from you.
We only do single malt scotch here, so.
You got it. You got that, guy. You got it. Okay. So then we have Brown, who is the second ace. 7. We're okay.
Nice.
And then Johnston comes in for his first landing, or technically really second landing attempt, and he's fine. So no issue. We had the one kind of skid off the runway, but yes. Yep. So grand total, we did another 9 damage. We've done 18 kills. And so if we look victory point wise, we're at 17.
Yep. What we were told about the Japanese, that the 0 was invincible, is turning out to not be the case.
No. Well, the thing is, they were very maneuverable because they were so light. But that lightness is actually what has caused them to go through there. Okay. End of mission assessment. Very good mission. We're celebrating again.
Do we have another mission today?
Oh, yep. Man.
Back on Buka and Buin, the 2 commanders are conferring on the phone.
Yes, we do have another mission.
Send them up.
Okay, phase 1. So we have to go back to the weather report and find out if the weather's changed since we took off. 6. It is clear. It is actually better weather.
Oh boy. So we're a +2.
Oh, wait. I need to log that, at least make note of it here. So I sent up 2 aircraft for Cap. So that's 4.
Yep.
And then 8 other. Yeah, 8 others. So that'll be what?
They were long range, so that's 16 more.
Okay. Yep. Well, we just used up the stuff we're getting tonight.
Good thing fuel is coming in.
Yes. Well, I am not going to send out a Cap because of that. We're not sending out a combat air patrol on the second mission. Nope. Not going to do that.
Probably a good decision.
Okay. So now we do get a +2 on this next roll. So it'll probably be most likely an air mission.
Let's see what we get.
It is an air mission. Yep. Another air mission.
So they've conferred and they've probably decided to send bombers in.
Coast Watchers. So we get our 5.
See what the Coast Watchers are reporting.
Not a whole lot. Okay, Bougainville is nothing. New Georgia is nothing. Santa Isabel is nothing. Savo is nothing, and good old
Father de
Father
Klerk.
Klerk gets a +1.
Father de Klerk calls in and says, over Western Guadalcanal, we've got planes coming.
Radar is not available. So now we determine the force. This will be the air target here. 2. Oh my God. 15 Kates and 12 zeros.
So he calls in 15 Kates and 12 zeros.
Man.
How many
Okay,
pilots do we have left that haven't flown today?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do a close range attack.
Close range?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can't do that. So, because now we're in assign pilots and aircrafts.
Yep.
I do have those P400s. What is
but they're not very good at air to air.
Yeah, so it's got to be the Wildcats.
I told you I'd give you 3 pieces of advice.
Mm-hmm.
Second piece, do not use your P400s in air to air combat ever.
Got it. You guys hear that? Okay, +2 and +1. I got to keep that out.
Historically, the Air Force wanted in on the air to air combat, and they tried, and they got their clocks cleaned by the Japanese.
Yeah, I was about to say those 400s are a 6.2. So that's not good at all. Not good at all. All right. So, oh man, it's not going to be accurate. I can almost guarantee that. With a +1 for the accuracy, Father de Klerk was drinking a little too much and saw a double maybe. And so I guess.
But we got clear weather. We're not going to have too many crashes on takeoff and landing.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the fuel. I have 4 elements left total. None of them are going to be.
If it's bombers and they score hits, those hits are going to score a lot of damage, and we are going to lose the day despite having an incredible numbers.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So that's what we got here. And honestly, I don't have anything. I don't have any leaders. Nope. They all went up with the supposedly large force that was going earlier.
That one counter, you need to flip that over to the 2 airplanes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so Bailey is going out as 1, and so is Pitney.
Bailey and Pitney, okay.
Heath and Reed is 2. Maupin and Melbourne is 3. And Peterson and Young is 4. And there's none of them are flight leaders, so we're going to have 4 dice on that. When we attack. I'm hoping that this is not. Yeah, that was bad.
I'm going to point out something really good about this close range intercept. Take a look at the first task box.
It's it goes just against the bombers.
Yep.
So okay,
remember, we can break off at any time.
Oh yeah, okay. So we can hit the bombers and then break off and see. We'll see how the bombers go. If we have bombers, there's no guarantee we'll have any bombers.
Yep.
Okay, so take off.
It's a good trick to remember that about your close range intercept. Is that first task box? You come diving out of the clouds into the bombers, do your hits, then the Japanese fighters jump on you if you come back for a second pass.
So if I can take care of enough bombers,
get them to jettison their bombs, then you just keep on in your dive and just continue to dive away, and the Japanese can't catch you in a dive.
Yeah, because we've got the speed already built up, even though the zeros were technically faster.
Yep.
But because you have the gravity helping you go down, you already have that momentum. Okay, so Bailey's up first. Safe. I get a +2, by the way.
+2, yep.
Yep. Pitney. Safe.
Safe.
Heath. 6. Nope. So he crashes.
Might get a light wound. So roll
It's
for
a
that.
6, so he might not get anything. Nope. He's fine. Just a crash.
Yep. Flip over the counter.
Oh, yep. That's 2, right? Yep. And then Reed. Oh, 3 plus 2 is a 5. So that actually element goes away, actually.
Let's see if he gets injured.
Yeah. 4 to 6, he's fine. 1, a light wound. 4
Out
days,
for
though.
4 days.
That doesn't seem like a light wound to me.
Compared to a serious wounds, which sends you back to the States. Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious wound is, like losing a leg or something. I mean, it's really
Okay. Yep.
it's very serious.
Okay. Maupin. 7. That's fine.
He's off.
Melvin. 6 plus
He's
2
off.
is 8. He's fine. Peterson. 8 plus 2 is
Nice.
10. He's fine. And then finally, Young. 5 plus 2 is 7. Whew, makes it. So we ended up with 3 elements successfully taking off. Watch, I'm going to roll an 11, and this is going to be accurate. I do get a +1, so I don't want it to be accurate, to be honest with you. 8 plus 1 is a 9, so no, it is not accurate. So I need to re-roll.
It can get worse.
I'm hoping for something hot. It's the same thing. Okay, so let me get the Kates out here. I'm going to need how many Kates? 15 Kates, so that's going to be 5 show ties.
5. No, that's going to be.
What's that called?
That's going to be 5 show ties.
Yeah.
Of 3 each. Yes.
Yes. So 5. Okay. All right. Got to move this out of the way here because we're going to need some room here.
Okay. Definitely.
So we'll put the bombers here, the Kates, and then I need. So that's 15 Kates, and I need 12 zeros.
So after losing 9 airplanes and then the next losing another 9, the Japanese said, let's just pound the runway into dust.
But no aces. Nope, no aces. So we're good to go there at least. All right.
Flip over that one. It's on 2 zeros there. There you go.
There we go. Okay, so
this doesn't look good, does it?
No, but if we can get some of these bombers out of here, we'll see what happens. So I'm only going to get 3 dice. That's not going to be good enough. I'm going to have to do multiple. 3 dice. They don't get any dice, do they? It's just my.
Oh, they
do.
Dice. They do. They do.
Okay. They do.
Look on the counter. It's a 6-1, isn't it?
Okay. Yep. It says 6-1. So it's going to be 5 dice because of the 5 elements for the bombers.
Okay. Yep. In the first task box, the bombers.
Oh, bombers. Okay, got it. Yep. So there's 2 aircrafts and a bomber. So okay.
Yep. So
you get everything. I'm not seeing it because I'm just not paying attention. Okay. Here we go.
Both our cap and our assigned planes against the Japanese.
Okay. So
I see some 6s on the Japanese side.
Yes, and 1 save. They get their 1 save as well. So this 4 doesn't do anything at all. 1, 2. I'm going to say something. It's going to sound bad, but it goes away. So they're going to get 1 hit on me, and I'm not going to do anything on them.
So they have shot down 1 Wildcat.
Yep. And so we got to randomize that, correct?
Yep.
Randomized. Yep. Okay.
You got 3 elements.
So the first element, and then it's a 50-50.
A 50-50.
5. That'll be the second one in that element. So that's element 1. So that will be. Man, I should have labeled this a little bit better. Nope, that crashed. One. Yeah, no one. That's two. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that will be Pitney. So
Mhm.
Pitney shot down.
Now it's getting interesting. You're going to be rolling on your tables to determine if he bailed out.
Okay.
And that is on table 4 point, what is it? I'm sorry, table 5.1 on the supporting mission tables.
Okay. Yep. Got it right here. You said 5 point pilots bailout. Okay, so it is
Yep.
a dogfight.
You want low.
Yep.
Roll low.
5 KIA. Pitney is KIA.
So we've lost a pilot. Flip over the counter to the one airplane.
This is not looking good. Okay.
And we got some hard choices here.
Yeah, because I didn't even touch these at all. Their bombers are 4.2s.
That's in the bombing, yeah. It's a 6-1 in air-to-air combat, but now there's a problem because you've got 4 show ties of zeros. If you're going to go after the bombers, at least one of your elements has to take on the zeros to hold them off while the other 2 go after the Kates. That's a sacrificial. So either you could do it that way, one airplane against 9 against 12. I have a bad feeling about how that's going to go. On the other hand, if you don't stop the Kates, right?
Yep. And it doesn't really matter because it's still 2 dice.
That's
That's
right.
still 1 dice.
You might just want to put the one guy against the 12 and we give him a distinguished flying cross.
You never
Silver
know.
Star.
You never know. There's no double aces here. Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
See. They could bail out too, so I could still have the pilot. So the pilot could survive.
But this is 2 attack dice versus 5 on the Japanese side. This is.
Well, this would only be 4 here, 5 here. 2.
Yeah, but 2 attack dice against 5 on the bombers and 1 attack dice against 4 on the fighters.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about the bombers than I am the. If I can get 2 hits, I guess it wouldn't really matter, will it? Because even if you flip it over, let's say I get 2 hits,
you're going to end up with. You still got. You flip over 2 counters, so that's 2 on each.
Yeah.
The problem is that they're still going to get the same number of bombs, but they might jettison their bombs and turn for home.
Okay. We'll do it this way. We'll go this way. I don't see a good choice either way.
This is really the only other choice is to break off now, save our Wildcats, and just take the bombing. 5 dice of bombing.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that because I gotta save pilots. We've already lost, enough pilots already. So we are gonna run away like good little Frenchmen. I mean, we're Americans, never mind.
Well, I mean, there's a point. It just doesn't look good. I mean, this
No.
is a real decision that you have to make.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
most
so
likely, even shooting down a couple of the Japanese bombers, the rest are going to press on and bomb anyway.
Yeah. And even if I shoot down 2, it's still 5 dice. It doesn't matter.
Well, there's a chance that they'll all break off, but it's much lower than with the Germans, for instance, in the Battle of Britain, when, if you shot down some of them, the rest would turn for home. The Japanese, they took the hits and just kept on flying and completed the mission.
All right. So now we go here, and so we don't fight. So then we go to the next one, correct?
Yep. We're no longer involved.
No.
The bombers get to bomb.
Okay. So they get hits on 4s. Is the 2 their victory points if they get hit? Okay.
They're going to win this. Well, I don't know if they're going to win the day. That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I got 5.
If they all get hits, they're going to win this day.
That is not a hit, but the other 4 are. So that's 4 hit. So we get 1, 2. Just to remind me how many hits.
Yep.
Okay, so we got the hits. So that's it. They do 1 run, and that's it, correct? That's done
That's
for
it.
them. Okay. Okay.
And the Japanese will now break off an RTB, return to base.
Yep. Okay, so when do I deal with the hits?
Right now.
Right now? Okay.
And when you're going back to that table you're going to be very familiar with. Table 1 on the sporting mission tables, hits resolution.
Hit resolution. Okay.
You got 4 rolls there. And the problem is that if they're destroying some airplanes, then they're getting a victory point for that.
So right now they have 8 victory points for the 4 hits.
And we've got 9 for the zeros shot down.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So 8 VP.
You can roll all 4 hits at once.
Yep, that's what I was going to do. Okay, 2, 5, 5, 6.
I'm liking it. The 5 and a 6. I like that.
Oh yeah, so the 2's the only one. Nice. Okay, because those are insignificant hits. Okay. This is 1 hit, and it's a 2, and it's a bivouac. A number of D3 pilots have to roll for hits.
Yep, possible.
So 2 pilots.
And then you roll for each if it's serious wound or light wound.
Does it matter which pilots you use? Do you choose which pilots, or
we're going to randomly determine that? So you look at the number of pilots that you've got and just come up with some way to randomly choose. I usually do it by halves of the paper or sixths of the paper. You've got, kind of things like that.
I have. Well, would it be only the ones that are flying?
No, these are
or not flying.
These are the ones that are not flying, correct?
Okay. So that's 5. Let's see, 5. Oh. 6, 7.
But it means that we've won the day.
8. Yes, just barely.
Just barely, but we won the day.
Okay, so it's 8. So I have 8 pilots in there.
I shouldn't say that. We're not done with the day yet.
Yes. Oh, I don't have an 8-sider in here. How does that happen? I need to throw an 8-sider in here. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this?
2 pilots.
Okay, 8. Let's see here. We'll figure this out. So 16. So that will be, because these are the ones not flying. Oh God, you got to be kidding me. Because that'll be the last one on the list. Because it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mr. Anthony has to roll for another injury. He was in the bivouac, getting ready to go out the next day, and now he has to determine if he gets a serious wound and goes home, or, sorry, Mike.
You're seriously injured. Meandering Mike is out of the war and heading home.
He was just about ready to get back on the flight path, and that's what happened.
As he writes, he was laying in bed, reading the rules while the bombs fall.
On him. Okay, I got one more to go. One more die. Okay, so that'll be 7. So that's 3, 6. So that's the third one down. Taylor, flight leader Taylor. He has not anywhere. He hasn't done anything. And he also is serious wounded. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah, it's Meandering Mike that got the hit.
Yes. That Mike, not this Mike. No, Mike, I ran out. You're going to be on the reinforcements when you come in. You'll be coming in on reinforcements when I get reinforcements. I plan on keeping this one going for a while. Let's put it that way.
And we have, and we also have Taylor is the other Taylor. It's not rough.
Yeah, it's not the rough. Yep. Yep. So Ruff can smile now because the other Taylor, the American Taylor, is not here anymore.
And as we curve in for landing.
Oh no, we don't want to do landings, do we?
We are very happy that the runway didn't take hits, because for every hit, you've got a -1 on your landing and takeoff rolls the next day. And yeah, right away.
Okay, so we have, what is it, 3 elements here. Let's see. We killed one off. One KIA'd. That was yeah, because Baker didn't make it.
Oh no, that's right. We lost an airplane. So we scored 9, they scored 1, and then they scored another 8.
So it was a nil.
We are tied for the day.
This is the first loss we've had in the air.
Yep. Goes to show you what pilot quality does, though. Your COs and XOs.
Yeah, if you had your flight leaders and stuff, that really made a difference. Okay. So
you may be running into quintuple aces down the road on the Japanese side.
Okay, this is Bailey. So Bailey went out. So Bailey, this will be Bailey. Gets it.
Lands.
Okay. We lost Pitney.
We shot down and killed.
Yeah, Heath never went out. Neither did this one. So Malpin.
We can say that he was shot down, and we think he was killed. But
Melvin's fine. Peterson's fine.
He's doing well in his rolls.
Young is fine. Okay, so
nice.
So no crashes or anything like that. So we didn't lose anything. We didn't gain anything either. So we netted that. So end of mission assessment. God, that went tits up. That mission did not go well. I was like, yes, it was inaccurate. Crap, it was actually accurate.
The official term is Tango uniform, by the way.
Okay.
Keep this a military operation.
Oh, yep, Tango T, yep. Well, it's like FUBAR. It's German. I don't know that. I speak German. I don't know what that. Yep.
And we have snafu also.
Yeah. Oh, snafu is one of my favorite lines. I love snafu. Yep. That's a great line. Okay. So end of mission. I've got it logged in here. So
we can have a third mission.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No more than 3, but you could.
I don't have any pilots. I have no pilots to send
up.
You
still have to roll for it.
Okay, no cap. Wow. This actually went snafu. This actually went snafu on me. I mean, technically, if it's not going to be. I have to roll for weather.
Roll for weather.
-1 wind gusts. 3. It's a sea mission.
I like it.
That's where I can send the SBDs out.
You could.
I don't have to do C's.
You don't have to. We may. Well, you've got a choice, because you've got a bunch of SBD pilots and SBDs. Yeah. And if it's let's see what the Coast Watchers report.
Yep. And I don't have because they don't have to, because I've already said I couldn't send out a cap. I mean, technically I could have, but no, couldn't.
But with this minus on the takeoffs, I don't know. Maybe we just call it a draw for the day. I don't know.
And no information.
Ooh. I don't know.
I'm just gonna call it.
I think I would call it too. I would say, this just doesn't make sense to try this today.
Nope. So we can jettison out, correct? We don't have to. Is there anything we have to do?
Well, there is something you have to do here. Firstly, you can, if you want, roll to see what Japanese ships would have been there
Okay. Yeah.
had we
So
launched.
that's 1d6 on the
Yeah,
C.
that's optional.
3 escort transports, 2 destroyers, and 6 transports.
So those are the troops landing on the island preparing to attack.
Okay.
And we couldn't do anything about it today. The windy conditions, it just didn't make sense. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
I'm
have to
gonna
take
call
that in
that.
the teeth. And also we've used a ton of fuel today.
Yes. I don't even want to count up because that was another 8. I sent up 8, so that's another 8.
It's 28 fuels.
Yeah. I have spent 28 barrels.
It's a lot of fuel we've used.
Yes, and I'm only getting 20.
To end up with a tie on the day, that's just tragic.
Yeah.
All right, let's
It
continue.
went so
It may
well.
not be a tie. It may be a loss. Let's see what happens with the Pistol Pete artillery and all that.
Yeah. Disease and infections first. Oh, here we go.
We're getting close to the end of the game here, end of the day.
Yep. Disease and infections 4, nothing. Pistol Pete 6, no hits. Washing Machine Charlie 5, nothing. Night Infiltration 4, nope.
First
Louis
week, there's
Malone
usually the Navy's usually out there bombing us at night.
2, good flares, 1d3 hits. So 2 hits. So we go to that supporting table here. A 5, which is insignificant, and oh my god, seriously.
In the bivouac again.
Now this is all of them. Everybody's in.
3 pilots.
Okay. How many are not? How many KIAs do I have? 2 KIAs. So that's 17. Okay. So here we go. Are you kidding me? 4. Brown, our ace. Oh, just the light wound.
Light wound, how many days?
Just 1.
1 day. Liking this? Sounds like the destroyer's shell hit the was it a destroyer?
Yeah, 2 destroyers.
So probably hit their tent.
So this one is 15. So that's Reed. Wait, hold on.
In the SPD squadron or in the
P400?
P400?
I forgot about because it's all of them. Crap. So I actually have 23. Crap.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so probably should have changed that. Well, it's weird.
Just keep on going. It's good.
Yeah. So that's going to be, so it's going to be an SBD, and that's 12. So
see if he's out permanently or just a number of days.
Well, no, I'm hold on. I've got to do something a little.
Oh, we're backing up. Okay.
Yeah. Trying to figure out the best way to do this.
Well, if it's an SPD, just take it's the same. Just take that guy. It's fine.
Okay.
Because he does. Neither of them have any kills or ground kills. Or
yeah, that's true. So it's 12. So it'd be Lindsay. So Lindsay then light wound for 5 days. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. And then final last one. Here we go. So this will 1, 2, 3. I got a better way to do this. 5. So this will be on the P400s, and it will be the CO Smith.
I can see that coming. Serious wound, and he's out for the war.
Okay. Man, that just went. Are there any pilots left unhurt? Yeah, actually, we have quite a few.
We have quite a few pilots, yeah.
Yes, we do. Okay, so that was Louis the Louse. Okay, random events. Oh, I get a random event.
Random event. Okay.
Okay, so that's
Maybe you'll
a
get some fuel.
2d6. Oh, I could use that.
It'd be really great.
6. Runaway improvements. Add +2 to all takeoff and landing dice rolls for the next 5 game days. Ooh,
That is the best roll, I think, on the table in the first week. Honest to God. That
+2.
+2 is going to come in handy. And particularly if you're flying in clear weather, it's +4. Means that you need snake eyes not to get a safe takeoff or landing.
Oh, yep.
So it's just fantastic in good weather with that +2.
Oh, yeah, because that's +4. Yeah, so that's yep. That's really good. Okay. Okay, so let me switch the camera back here because yeah.
Well, it
If
looks like we've got a tie for the day.
Yes. Yep. So it'll be so they got 9 and then 1. So yeah, so it's a tie. Overall for the week though, if we add up all the points, we're still um
We've got a loss from the first day. We've
yep.
got a win on the second day, and we've got a tie on the third.
And it doesn't matter the number of points, it's just whether you win or lose the day for the week, correct?
7 days in the week, and if you get more than, if you get 4 or more, then you win the week and you move the tracker up 1 on the supporting mission tables.
Yep, the CBs were very busy for sure. So
Yep. So we're right now, we start at Japan advancing, which is 1 off of the center.
mhm.
And if we can get to the end of the first week and move it up to uncertain balance, it's a much better place to be at the start.
And so yeah, uncertain balance. And if you get high enough, it looks like you get +1 on a lot of different stuff too to help out.
Oh yeah. What
So
happens is the pluses and minuses based on this column, Japan threatening or America threatening, apply to the roles of what you encounter in the air, sea, or ground. So when America is winning, you get less enemy forces coming at you.
got it.
When
Okay,
America is
so
losing, you end up with more enemy forces coming at you.
oh, because they're finding more comfort and stuff like that. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. That does. Yes, because yep.
So you end up adding to those roles or subtracting to those roles. So
Oh,
you know
we got to do one other thing. I forgot. Uh, no, that killed out. We didn't have any bailed out. They were all killed.
we had killed. Yeah.
Yes, and then we lost two aircrafts. Two
Was
of
the second aircraft actually destroyed on the takeoff?
one was destroyed. No, it wasn't. Just one of them. Just the KIA. Yep. Just
Exactly.
the KIA.
The aircraft
Yep.
wasn't destroyed, just the pilot was killed,
Yep.
which means it's a tie. If that airplane had been destroyed on the takeoff, the Japanese would have won the day.
Yep. It was a crash KIA, but it was just a destroyed, not a or damaged, not a destroyed. So, yep. So we are at 180 fuel tanks because of the +20. So we used up a whole crap ton of fuel on that one. So yep. So
Well, we played
all
3
good.
days. We
Yeah.
played 3 days, which is a lot. It's been 2 hours and 25 minutes,
Yeah.
which is a lot.
Well, we
for a
talked a
video.
lot too and added to it. So but yeah, I find that whenever I video games, it takes longer than extra time because I mean
Yep.
you're adding stuff in. I'm looking up a few things here and there. We're both adding kind of stuff in. So yeah, it definitely does take longer when your video. But I can see it knocking out 15, 20, 30 minutes depending on how it goes.
Yep. When you're
If you
playing
get
it
more
alone.
than 2 missions, it might reach that hour mark for the day. But yes, I mean. If I wouldn't have had 3 missions, I would have had great and walked out the door at less than 2 hours on those 3 missions. So well, I hope everybody that jumped on enjoyed. Of course, this is going to be on my channel, so if you watch this later, I appreciate it and everything. And Thomas, thank you very much. We will continue this. I'll let you know when I got some time, and we'll continue this, and you'll jump back on, and we can continue it in. Yeah, yes, you're in pain, but you're on your way home. Even though you didn't even take off. Oh no, you took off. You didn't. You weren't successful. You didn't successfully take off.
Yeah, he crashed on his first takeoff. Then he
Yep.
was recovering in the tent, and then he gets hit by a destroyer shell
Yep.
fired at the field, and he's going home.
Yep. So
Rough time.
with that, thank you again, Thomas. Like I said, I'll get with you. We'll get this. We may do this, in a couple weeks to see how it goes and just continue on and see how this goes. I really enjoy having you on while we're playing. It's kind of fun, and you get to always add. You have a great way of adding that narrative to it. So I really do enjoy that. So
Well, thank
I
you.
do appreciate that. So thank everybody for joining, and we'll go on from there. And Mag, by the way, in the comments, if you are interested, I put the link to the Amazon book as well as the Blue Panther, MAG-23, Guadalcanal. You can see the fun. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you.